A short preamble today to set up the tone and tenor of the entire show, an examination of the demonstrated corruption and anti-Americanism of the Democrat Party. Voting your values, it's the least Americans can do. That's the focus in today's preamble. Let's first leave room for the reality that there are a significant number of Democrat voters who share their party's anti-American values. Exhibit A, there are those who believe in using government to illegally and immorally take out their political opponents because most leftists realize they're incapable of persuading anyone that their cancerous agenda is good for any other human being, except for, well, those in power. So Democrats must use force and corruption to implement their policies. And right now, an overwhelming majority of Americans see this corruption, the lawfare against President Trump, and they know it's wrong. Not only does the latest McLaughlin and Associates poll show that President Trump is solidifying his lead over Joe Biden, it shows that Americans are terrified of the Democrats' weaponized government. Some takeaways from this poll. 66% of voters say that politics has played a role in the indictments of President Trump. 59% of respondents of all these voters say that Joe Biden has played a role in the indictments of President Trump. And 53% of all voters think Joe Biden really wants to stop Donald Trump from winning by putting him in jail. Americans are not as stupid as Democrats have tried to make us. In the American system, those who endure trials are supposed to be told what crime they committed, but socialists run New York. Thus, they have skipped that part of the Constitution in this show trial. But yesterday we learned the trial without a crime finally discovered a crime. It's just so happened to have been committed by the Democrats' star witness. Even CNN was forced to confront the reality that they have been promoting, backing, and celebrating a direct attack on American jurisprudence.
Here's the other thing that is indefensible for the prosecution. Their theory now is Donald Trump committed either a misdemeanor or a Class E felony, the lowest felony. It goes from A to E. And while he was committing either that misdemeanor or Class E felony, he was the victim of a Class C felony, larceny, committed by our star witness, the prosecution's star witness, who we gave a free pass to.
Did you catch that? Anti-American leftists excused a Class C felony so they could target a misdemeanor that President Trump didn't commit. But even if he did, the statute of limitations had run out. There's only one reason why corrupt Democrat prosecutors skip prosecuting a felony in an effort to prosecute an expired misdemeanor. Politics. The attack on Trump is politics and a complete bastardization of our laws. And Americans see it. Meanwhile, the X account known as End Wokeness put out a tweet yesterday that read, quote, "Breaking. The Biden administration finally releases a heartfelt, touching statement to mourn Laken Riley." Just kidding. It was for the butcher of Iran. Indeed, the Biden regime offered condolences to the #1 state sponsor of terrorism after it was announced that the man known as the butcher of Tehran had assumed room temperature. Not even Mitch McConnell, a man who moves heaven and earth to deliver victories for Democrats, could go along with the Biden regime's in-your-face display of sympathy for a cold and calculated murderer.
I, too, would like to extend my condolences to the people of Iran for their long suffering under the brutal theocratic rule of the Islamic Republic. I suspect a great many Iranians would rather Western admirers stop lionizing a man known as the butcher of Tehran.
So tell me, Democrat voters, is your hatred of President Trump so deep that you destroy the Constitution, American justice, and your own children's shot at living in a fair and just country just to falsely imprison him? Tell me, do you Democrats, like Joe Biden, send your condolences to a man who savagely and brutally slaughtered an untold number of innocent people? Now, some of you out there I know will say yes. But as the polls show, you are what you've always been in America, a sick and twisted minority. The cautionary tale for everyone else in America is that all dictatorships, totalitarian, socialist, and communist governments are sick and twisted minorities because the majority allowed those leftists to garner enough power to enslave the majority. We shouldn't let it happen here.